You've chosen to take the Igneous tunnel. You look back and forth between the metamorphic tunnel and the igneous tunnel, and choose the igneous. After all, igneous rocks do form closer to the crust than metamorphic rocks do. Igneous rocks are solidified magma. Magma is melted rock. As rocks get near the core of the Earth, the heat is so intense, around 10,800 Fahrenheit, that the rock melts into magma. Once the magma is on the crust, it's known as lava. When the lava cools, it becomes a rock, an igneous rock. Some igneous rocks cool extrusively or on the crust. You'd usually find extrusive rocks in water or near a volcano. Their crystals are smaller as they have less time to grow before cooling down via wind or water, meaning they are much duller than those that cool intrusively or inside the mantle, where they take longer to cool. The crystals have more time to grow. You know that an extrusive cooling igneous rock couldn't wind its way down into the mantle. Only intrusive igneous rocks are in the mantle. You notice that the extrusive igneous rock seems to have been previously a sedimentary rock. Sedimentary rock is rock that is formed via layers of sediments being squished together. As you continue down the tunnel, you notice that the rocks surrounding you are gradually changing. Instead of being smooth and black, they become porous and lighter. Because rocks that have pores in them cool faster due to the fact that they cooled in water, you conclude that the rocks around you are extrusive. Rocks that find their way into water cool down so quickly, when the water molecules turn into steam, they have no place to go. By the time the rock has cooled, the gas inside has formed bubbles in the rock, making it lighter. You continue down the tunnel until you find a tiny lake. You can tell that the lake and the stream running into it are man-made, but the water looks clean enough, so you stop to fill your water bottle. As you stoop over the water, you find bits of rock or sediments in the bottom of the lake. Some of them are scattered, while some are compacted and cemented together to form a new type of rock called sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks are made when things controlled by the sun, such as water, wind, and ice, weather down and break rock. There are three divisions of weathering: mechanical, temperature changing, and biological. Mechanical weathering includes frost wedging, which is when water freezes and expands and cracks rock. Temperature changes take longer. In the day, when the sun beats down on the rock expands because the molecules are speeding up. At night, the rock shrinks. When the day comes back, it expands, then shrinks, expands, shrinks, etc. This eventually cracks the rock. Last but not least, biological weathering comes from the alive part of the earth. Animals can dig up soil and sediments. Trees can actually tear apart rock to make room for their roots. After weathering, the sediments erode or move places. When they settle down, usually at the bottom of lakes or rivers, they are depositioned. There they stay for a long time with new sediments piling on top of them. After the layers of sediment are thick enough, the pressure is intense to compact them together. Compaction is when sediments clump closer together. Eventually, as more and more sediments pile on top, the pressure will cement them together, meaning that new crystals form and lock the grains into place. The usual crystals that bind the sediments are calcite, silica, and iron oxide. When cemented, the sediments have formed a sedimentary rock. There are three major types of sedimentary rocks: clastic, chemical, and organic. Clastic sedimentary rocks are formed from mechanically weathered debris. Chemical ones are from dissolved minerals that precipitated from a solution. Organic ones are, as the name suggests, sedimentary rocks formed from the accumulation of plant and animal debris. Sedimentary rocks are found in the crust. Even though the people who built the tunnel placed the stream here to weather the rock and create sediments, you know this is a good sign. You realize you have chosen the right path and you are almost at the surface. As you continue on, you find an elevator that takes you to the surface in an area close to a volcano. Congratulations! You've gone into the mantle of the earth and are the only person to ever surface. Take that, Pyrolabs.